Hello everyone, I am Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf. And first of all, thank you all for 1,600 subscribers. Yeah, no, 1,601 subscribers, nope, just the two zeros. And what a day for that to happen, then my graduation day. Yep, I'm officially done with school, and yeah, so yeah, just got back home just now, about a couple of hours ago. Um, and as I mentioned a little earlier, as I may have mentioned, I thought that on my graduation day, like on the day where I'm finally all done with school, I would tell you all like pretty much the full like story behind the channel Mr. Chaos the Cunning Wolf. About my life before I got to YouTube, and I'm gonna explain like the full reason why I was such a depressed sack of shit in pretty much all of 2015 and not all of 2016 but parts of 2016. Um, so as a kid, I used to be a happy little kid. I mean, I mean, I didn't really go to kindergarten or anything or preschool or really grade 5 even. I was homeschooled for a lot of the time being. And life back then seemed, pretty easy and pretty innocent for me. And yeah, all that would go on, we would have the usual family events and everything. And then 2011 rolls around and yeah, my parents get divorced. I'm sad for quite a while. Like I didn't start doing YouTube until December 2013. So yeah, this was like like over 2 years ago before I even started my channel. Uh, but yeah, there were some parts during the whole the long struggle where I thought it was my fault, and you know I I just I was just always in disbelief, like why did it happen, or why did it have to happen? It's I just felt I just felt like shit for a long time, and it's pretty sad to think back then. I mean, now that I'm 18, I mean I am officially an adult, but I mean it's sad to think that back in the day I pretty much blew my whole teenagehood on feeling sad about things, and losing confidence in a lot of things. I mean, I'm all better now, but this video is just about me telling you guys about my whole life story. So yeah, so for a long and okay, and yeah, right after my mom sits down with me and my sister and tells us that what, we're gonna be getting divorced. It's we're sorry that this had to happen, and literally just about a couple weeks after that devastating news, I had to start going to actual school. And I'm pretty sure by the way I described it, in my earlier videos before this one, I'm pretty sure you can all tell how I liked it. Absolutely 0%. Uh, I did make a couple of friends at school, but yeah, I was so pissed off at the fact that, I had to start going there right after I got, the news about the divorce, that I really didn't really want to be around other people. I mean, unless I was really interested. But I mean, the way I looked at the world changed. I mean, as a kid, I thought, yeah, the world's about happily ever afters. And, okay, even as a kid, I knew that wasn't fully the case. Like, I mean, I knew there were other people, other families out there who have gone through, unfortunate, tragic events, or, very sad things. So, I mean, even as a kid, yeah, I knew the world wasn't all, rainbows and unicorns and everything. Ironic, unicorn since I'm a brony. I'll stop with the bad jokes. Uh, but yeah, I mean, back then I used to see the world as sometimes sad, but, a beautiful place. But now, like, after this whole thing happened with my family and everything, the way I look at families, the way I look at marriages, completely changed. Like, I believe that there's really no such thing as a normal family anymore. Like, it seems that, divorces and breakups have become so popular that, I mean, why take marriage seriously anymore, right? I mean, fuck commitments. I mean, who cares about them anymore, right? And, lately I've been thinking that, if I want to live a good independent life and if I want to stay happy and not risk this, then why even get married? I mean, why ruin my life with a relationship? I mean the obvious, yeah, unreal, but yet nice relationship I have with, Twilight. I mean, you all know that. I mean, is better, and because it's really just a fantasy. I mean, I don't really have to think much of it. I mean, I don't really have to worry. And lately, because I've been becoming more and more of a furry, like, I don't have a furry suit or anything, but I mean, mentally I am, because lately I've been finding that, like, okay, I'm sharing everything. Lately I've been more, attracted and turned on by, anthropomorphic animals or, nice furry art. Lately I find myself, on DeviantArt more looking for these kind of pictures to admire. And whenever I see like a nice looking, a hot looking, human girl, it's just oh, she looks like a nice person. But it's really not. I never really think about actually, getting, in a like physical and romance relationship, because like that's how much I've, had it with the world. Like, yeah, every time I see, you know, people in love or just romance, all I can think is, let's see how long their relationship will last, or let's see how long this will take before, another one of those teenage breakups take place. So I really don't really have confidence in the normal families or really the normal romances. And before the event of the divorce, and the divorce officially took place in 2011, so it was a pretty long time ago. It was nearly a decade ago. But yeah, I used to be like a Christian, like when I was a kid, because my mom was, and she wanted me to come to church and believe in their God and everything. Obviously, I stopped being a Christian, after my parents got divorced, because I believed that there was no hope for a lot of things, and yeah, I just gave up. And obviously, my mom wanted me to come back to Christianity, but as I grew up, I didn't grow back into it. I actually grew pretty much away from it, and now now that I look at Christians now, I mean, I'm sure that there are a lot of them that are tolerant and everything, and you know those kind of Christians I like, but the ones who, like, the certain ones who constantly say, "Hey, come on, God is real, praise His name," when you've already told them, "Look, I either I've stopped being a Christian or I've never been a Christian before, but I'm just not interested." But unfortunately, there's some of them, like not all of them, but there are some of them who, can't accept that other people believe in different things, or that they just want to remain atheist, and you know, they just don't want to believe in anything because they're just not interested. And really, in terms of religion, I mean, obviously, I'm a religious brony now, and like like I, that doesn't mean like I associate like the brony fandom with like God and everything. No, it's just it's just literally how much I'm a brony. Like I'm like a really passionate brony. That's what I mean by religious brony. So um, but yeah, That's how I've changed religiously. I've gone from Christian to religious brony, and so far I'm happy with it. Like I feel happier, and honestly, being in this fandom is actually more fun than being, with Christians because really, from what I saw, all Christians really do is go to church, pray to their God every night or morning or whenever they do it, and really just hang out with each other because, they're all people who believe in the same thing, so that makes them all the best. But like I'm not trying to trash talk Christians or anything. Like if you want to believe in this God, I mean, that's good. I'm just saying, there's some of you who are, tolerant and, can accept that other people believe in that other people believe in different things, and, those Christians I applaud. But anyway, so yeah, the reason why I was, making all these like sad and depressing update videos in 2015 is, because the struggle with school and everything was really getting to me, and for the longest time I was just considering it, unfair that, I didn't really live in a normal family anymore. There's no abuse, like it's not anything, physical or anything. It's just emotionally. But um, yeah, for the longest time, like I spent the longest time regretting the whole thing, and feeling bad for myself. And my mom would always tell me, "Hey, it wasn't your fault. The divorce wasn't your fault." And lately I've not really been letting it get me down lately. Like I've been doing better. Like I still don't see love the same way. I don't see family the same way. And because of how popular divorce has become, I believe the I believe that the new generation has brought the apocalypse to this world in terms of, relationships and families and love and everything, and people just don't realize it. And they don't realize it because the apocalypse wasn't like those, big meteor or earthquake or Godzilla or alien invasion apocalypse like they see in the movies. No, not the apocalypse that they think is going to happen. No, I mean it's like an unseen, like it's like an invisible gas, like moving through the human race, turning love into a joke, and making people, seek, making young teenagers seek more happiness in, their touch phones and everything rather than actual people. It's just how I feel this world has come to. I mean, it's my opinion. I mean, other people may be a little more positive than me, but yeah, yeah, in a nutshell, the story of my life is, I was once a happy, innocent young kid. Then 2011 rolls around, my parents get divorced, and, my family is never really the same. And, here's one thing I've been wanting to say to at least somebody, but looks like I get to say it to you guys. For some of you who just might leave a comment saying, "Oh, you think you got it bad? Well, like my parents are dead," or like, you're like, "Oh, my situation is worse than yours." Well, think of it this way: when you lose a loved one, you're hurting for a long time. But over the years, you come to grips with it, and it's you're not as sad as before. Like there's still, the there's still the occasional, mourning and everything. But when it comes to divorce, the people who are involved in the divorce, which is obviously your parents, still live on. And I know in some cases, like, the mom and dad live in two different houses, and the kids, or the one kid if you're an only child or something, they visit, the mom and dad, back and forth. And they're always like, "Oh, I have to go to my dad's house just to see him." And I feel sorry for those kids. Like they actually get used to it, and they actually treat it like it's normal. And, but you see the difference I'm trying to make here? When you lose somebody, you've lost them. Like, they're not coming back. Like, death is irreversible. But the thing is, divorce is a human decision. And decisions can always be reversed, well, depending on what kind of decision it is. Like, for example, if you decide to launch a missile that'll destroy the world, I mean, you can't reverse that because, kaboom, everybody's dead. But I mean, when it comes to something, as little as a divorce, I mean, it's possible that, the people, wanting the divorce could, it's possible that, just with a little bit of, working things out, they could fall in love again and, well, get back together. But, you know what I mean? Like, you can't come back from death, but divorce is a human decision, and, after the divorce, the two people still live on, and their children still live on with it, and they live with it for the rest of their lives, they struggle with it. But I mean, maybe it is worse to lose a loved one. I'm just this is just my opinion, and at least try to take a little bit from what I just said. But I'm glad to be graduated now. Like, I'm glad to be out of this prison, and I hope to I hope to try new things on my channel, and I hope to save up for my trip to BronyCon 2018 and, well, 2018. And I just hope I can just live peacefully from now on, and things won't be as hectic. So, that's really it. Like, obviously my parents are still divorced, and you know, sometimes in, my videos before, like, whenever I said things like, "Oh, my special somebody used to like this," or I was referring to family members because I really didn't want to talk much about my family until now. Like, I didn't want to make things like too personal up until like a moment like this. And like I said, I wanted to make, kind of the truth about, Mr. Chaos video on the day I graduate, or at least after I graduate. But yeah, I mean, I got back from the graduation today, so I guess for once I'm on schedule. Um, but that's why I wanted to make this video today, and you know, I'm glad I could finally get this off my chest. And for to any of my subscribers who also have divorced parents or have lost loved ones, like, I'm very sorry for you. And I'm not trying to be like an asshole when I say my situation was worse than you losing a loved one. Like, I'm not trying to have a big ego, or I'm not trying to be dramatic, or I'm not trying to be like an asshole about it or anything. I'm just admitting it was sad. I'm just saying it hurt for a long time, but it's not hurting me as much today. But I just wanted to tell you guys the true story, because I know I have some subscribers that have been subscribed to my channel for almost all the years it's been up. And for all those like really like old, like long fans, I mean, thank you for staying with me through this long journey up until now. And you've been patient, and now you've gotten the true story. But hopefully this means I'll almost never have to make another sad, depressing update video again. Or when I do feel sad, I'll try my best to keep it off the camera. But, like, not in a way where I'm, like, being dishonest with you and, hiding my feelings from you. But, you really want to see any more sad content? Not really. Like, you want to see some, at least informative or just at least good content, right? But, I mean, maybe this life in a weird way was kind of meant for me. Like, maybe I was meant to be, the kid of a divorced family who, learned the truth that the world has, somewhat come to an end in terms of, normal families and everything. and now I get to live an independent life where I feel like I'm taking care of myself, which I'm not. Well, not realistically, I'm not. I mean, this has been my my mom's house I've been living in, but I mean, what I mean is, I felt pretty much alone in terms of, a person rather than a family person. Like, I still like my mom and all. Like, we're still good friends, and we. Okay, I don't know why I descended into that, but I mean, I'm getting better now, and I hope to continue to get better. And I hope to control, my depression, and stay positive, and I just hope to do more in the future. I hope to, do more videos other than reaction videos, and yeah, hopefully get on the road to Baltimore next year. So, to all my 1,600 subscribers, well, I mean, to all the new subscribers that just came, but yeah, to all the long-standing subscribers, thank you for sticking with me throughout this long journey. And yeah, at Christmas, December 18th, my channel's gonna be 4 years old. That's almost 5. But yeah, I've had a long journey so far, and thank you for sticking with me through it. And I hope to do more in the years to come. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video that I do. Bro hoof, and have a good day, everyone. Just a last minute update. Yes, I have gone to see Cars 3, and it turned out to be awesome. I absolutely loved it. And yes, I do want to do a review for it soon. Um, I don't want to leave, that video up where I talk about, the problems with the upcoming, movie. Like, that was before it came out. Like, I was just discussing the issue with, too much merchandise and everything. But I do want to get, my review for Cars 3 done soon. Like, it's going to be like an unscripted kind of vlogish like review. Like, when I say vlog, I don't mean, holding the camera to my face and, recording, my life, which is really unnecessary on YouTube. But, yeah, I hope to get the review up soon, and, yeah. Yeah, I don't think the movie was bad. I thought it was really good. I really like the story, I really like how it was written, and it didn't disappoint me, and I'm glad it didn't. So, yeah, that was just my last, minute update. I hope to get my review for Cars 3 up soon, so, yeah, just look forward to that, and I will see you guys in the next video that I do.